Hello, my name's Dominic Fonte with Cutler Real Estate. I've been in the real estate business for over 32 years, and I've helped over 2,000 families buy or sell a home. To find out more, check out my reviews at dominicfonte.com. If you're wondering what your house is worth, go to domwhatsmyhouseworth.com to get a complimentary home evaluation. That's domwhatsmyhouseworth.com. Or you can reach me at 330-418-1535.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Live from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight.
Well, good Wednesday morning to everyone. Spotlight on Stark County, and today we have a very special spotlight, as we always do, but really excited to talk with Dominic Fonte today from Cutler Real Estate, and also from Dominic Fonte, where he just does his own type of thing, and we're going to talk about real estate for the next hour for all of you. I know many people are probably in the same boat that I am. They've had conversations with their wife and they've said, hey, when can we buy a house? And they've said, well, the housing market is kind of nuts right now. And for the next hour, we'll kind of talk about why it's so kind of off kilter, why it's a little bit different, and what you need to know, the consumer, to make it an easier situation for yourself. Dominic, how are you this morning, my friend?
I'm doing great, John. Thanks for having me on, and congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you joining Spotlight today and doing this. So as I mentioned, I think we're going to start kind of first with the big question here that everyone's asking right now, which is, why is the market so crazy? Why is it going through something that many of us have never seen before?
This is the million-dollar question. I get this all the time. It's really complicated, but if you've been around a little while and you're really dialed into what's happening, the goal today is not to bore you with a bunch of statistics and details, but to really help you be an informed decision maker if you happen to be in the arena to buy or sell real estate. And so here's the big $100,000 or $1,000 million question. Why are these houses selling for so much? It seems like we're offering full price. We're offering $5,000, $10,000, even $30,000 over full price, and we're still not getting it. And you're thinking to yourself, what the heck is going on? So as a buyer, it's a little bit complicated because there's some nuances that you have to do when you're in the arena to buy in today's atmosphere, because there's a little bit lack of supply. So that means there's less homes on the market for the buyer pool that are out there. Because keep in mind, we have 73.5 million millennials entering into the buying real estate market, which is pretty much 50%, John, of the buying population of first-time home buyers. And so you got the millennials, and then you got the baby boomers. So it's just a weird dynamic. And on top of that, we have a very low supply. So there's a lot of questions why that's happening, but we can get into that a little deeper if you like.
Absolutely. I mean, and being a millennial myself, I feel like I'm in this situation where, my wife and I are having discussions about when should we start looking? How should we start looking? When should we wait to see what the market does? Because there is kind of this uncertainty in our minds of what we're getting ourselves into. So I'd love to know more.
Okay. So there's two sides of it. You got the buying side. How do you prepare to buy properly? And then the selling side. So let's talk about the buying side, because that's really, really hard right now for people that aren't prepared. And so first of all, you got to be prepared. So the joke I always say is, if you sleep on it, you don't sleep in it. What I mean by that is when a piece of real estate comes on the market that you're interested in, you can't lollygag. You got to move at lightning speed, and you got to have guns a-blazing with all the details. Pre-approval, come in with a nice clean offer. Usually it's going to be over full price right now. So especially if you fall into that price range where you're in that maybe 200 to 350 price range, which it seems like a lot of the buyers are in right now. And so there's a 15-step process typically when you buy a home. And that's if you have financing, which, by the way, 70% of people that buy homes can't pay cash, obviously. They have to get a loan. So there's a 15-step process, and I have it well dialed into. If it's something that you're interested in knowing more about, I have a YouTube video I put together that would walk you through or give you at least a bird's eye view looking down at the transaction. And part of it is that not only is it financially expensive and very emotionally stressful, you put those two components together and it makes you crazy. So I think, first of all, you got to have a super good guide that understands. And if you have an agent that's really good, stick with your agent. If not, there's a lot of stuff that I can provide you via email or stream or, written word or just a conversation. But I think most importantly is you have to be prepared and you have to understand that you can't just take your good old time. And if you notice, John, when you're out there, you'll see coming soon. Have you noticed that yet? Where you see signs out there that say coming soon. Did you see that for sale sign?
I have seen many of those signs.
Right. So what that means is that when you're in the coming soon, so it's like teasing you a little bit as a buyer. You say, oh, here's a house coming soon, but I can't look at it until it goes live. Well, being that we have such a short supply of real estate right now, and it's like 1.2 months, that means that it takes 1.2 months to burn up the supply based on supply and demand. And a healthier market would be between 5 and 6 months, which we haven't seen in a long time. So right now it's favoring the seller. So when you're that buyer, you have to be ready to pounce on this transaction. And, it's not like buying a belt or a purse or a pair of shoes, where you can just take them back if you don't like it. A lot of times, you've got the coming soon. Okay, so now it goes live. And so you talk to your agent or me or whoever, and you get that appointment set up. And they're back to back, like 20 or 30 showings in one day. Well, so the seller then would probably run 2 days of activity. And you're, as a buyer, very anxious to get them to pick you, right? So you offer over full price and you go in guns a-blazing, pre-approval, everything as good as you can possibly make it, right? Well, the seller says, well, let's wait until the 2 days of showings and let's see how many offers we get. So now as a buyer, you're deflated because you're frustrated. You're like, wow, I made a great offer. Why don't you just take my offer? Well, here, the next thing you know, you got 6 offers on the table. And so now the seller's looking at your offer and saying, well, if yours was the only offer on the table, I would take it because it's a very good offer. However, we have 5 other offers to look at. So as a buyer, it's very frustrating right now. And then you're looking at the interest rates, they're around 3%, which is really historically low. And so the trick is, how do we do this? Because let's say in your case, John, you're renting, let's say, and then, it isn't like you have a house to sell, right? So you could take your time and find that perfect dream home, right? Well, it's a little harder right now. And then you got the people out there that have to sell a home in order to buy a home. Well, heck, their house sells instantly and they get a good price for their house. But guess what? Now they're saying, okay, I guess I got to rent now because I can't find a house that, my wife and I like or my partner. And so now you're settling. And so the art of it is that you got to be an informed decision maker. And, when you're buying this quickly, a lot of times you can't even remember, what was the colors? Did it have 2 bathrooms? And I can't remember where the bedroom was. And you're trying to make a decision to buy this thing, right? So It's really a bizarre dynamic going on right now.
It is. And I wanted to get an early break here, Dom, because I want to come back. Sure. You mentioned 15 things that you kind of listed together. I'd like to go through some of those because I think that would probably be really helpful to the listeners this morning.
No problem.
We do that, can you tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, it's you can call me at 330-418-1535 or send me an email at dominic@dominicfonte.com. Or if you want to check out my over 300 5-star reviews to see what you would experience working with me, go to dominicfonte.com.
Dominic Fonte is his name. He's a real estate guru, if you will, of sorts, and he is joining us this morning here on the Spotlight on Stark County. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We're going to dive more into the home buying market right now because, as we've said, it's not like a normal market. So we'll have more on Spotlight when we return.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Sourcebook is here. It's the area's most valuable resource guide for residents and businesses alike, filled with online and on-site contacts, activities, destinations, and more. It's everything you need to know about Starr County and beyond. Get your Sourcebook at WHBC Studios or go to WHBC.com for a list of pickup locations. Look for the $1,000 Visa Card Contest entry form inside. The entry to be postmarked by June 25th. The drawing set for June 30th. The 2021 Sourcebook. Pick one up today.
Ready to spring into that new car, truck, or motorcycle and secure a rate of 2.49% APR? You can make it happen at Friends and Family Credit Union. A new vehicle loan for 2.49% APR up to 76 months and no payment for 90 days. Stop in and talk to our local friendly loan professionals. They'll put you on the road in the vehicle you want with a rate as low as 2.49% APR. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. Friends and Family Credit Union has 3 convenient locations to serve you, including our newest location inside the Acme Fresh Market on Whipple Avenue in Canton, online, and in the palm of your hand with mobile banking. Additional restrictions may apply. All rates and promotions are subject to change without notice. This institution is privately insured by ASI up to $250,000 per account. Secure your new vehicle loan as low as 2.49% up to 76 months at Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
Want the truth on why I wake up looking so darn awesome? I take care of my skin. Not just my face, but more intimate skin. And when you've got incontinence, you sure need to.
Tena Intimates pads lock liquid in and are now 100% breathable to care for your intimate skin, day or night. Tena Intimates are now endorsed by the Skin Health Alliance. Visit tenasample.com for your free sample. Kind to skin, protect like Tena.
Hammering headaches? Ow. Aching muscles? Put the squeeze on your tough pain with Goody's Cool Orange. The same fast-acting, powerful Goody's powder in a great-tasting Cool Orange flavor. Beat tough pain to a pulp with Goody's Cool Orange. Also, blast your pain away with Goody's Mixed Fruit Blast. 2 flavors, tough on pain, tasty on your tongue. We made Goody's fast, Goody's delicious. All available at Dollar General.
Hey, my name is Jonelle, and a little thing that I love about Chick-fil-A's new Lemon Kale Caesar salad is every tender, warm, juicy piece of grilled chicken. It's a Caesar salad, but it's different. You have the Parmesan breadcrumbs and the mixture of lemon with that romaine and kale. It's almost something I can't explain, but it'll make you want to sing. Lemon Kale Caesar.
Order the new Lemon Kale Caesar salad on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Hello, my name's Dominic Fonte with Cutler Real Estate. I've been in the real estate business for over 32 years, and I've helped over 2,000 families buy or sell a home. To find out more, check out my reviews at DominicFonte.com. If you're wondering what your house is worth, go to DomWhat'sMyHouseWorth.com to get a complimentary home evaluation. That's DomWhat'sMyHouseWorth.com. Or you can reach me at 330-418-1535.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Well, again, good morning to all of you. Spotlight on Starr County. I suggest all of you do the same thing that I'm doing this morning. Jon Bokeak along with you. And let's pull up a cup of coffee, sit back, listen, and enjoy our conversation this morning with, as I put it, the real estate guru, if you will. That is Dominic Fonte, who joins us on Spotlight this morning. You can read more about him at DominicFonte.com. You can also email him. This is a guy who's been in the business for over 30 years, over 2,000 families, I should say, that he's helped out. And, he's just super helpful in this situation. He knows so much about it. Dominic, before we went to break, you were talking about 15 things basically that home buyers should know or have an idea of. And I was thinking maybe we could do 5 or 6 of them here, do 5 or 6 of them in the segment after that, and then do the more in the final segment. So however you want to handle this, and I'll ask questions intermittently throughout the way, but go ahead.
So basically, over the course of doing this many thousands of times, I found that there's pitfalls in the process of buying and or selling. And I have this set up on both sides. But since we're talking about the buying side, I basically have 2 sheets. I'll just show you on air. And I have this. So basically, you can see there's a check boxes, right? So I have that version, which is more if you're a detail-oriented person. And then if you're a millennial, you tend to like this graph, but they're the exact same thing. So I put it in automated form. So with COVID, you know how some people aren't comfortable meeting face-to-face. And so what I did is I put it and I voiced over each step of the way. Now, obviously, you can only do little snippets throughout the process, but the reason why I did this is because of the pitfalls that happen. And here's one of the big ones. So let's say you make a big decision to buy a house. Now, when you're buying a house, you have a 15-year mortgage or a 30-year mortgage. And when you look at a commitment of that long, it can be overwhelming. Think about it. You get a new job, it's overwhelming. You get married, it's overwhelming. You buy a piece of real estate, it's overwhelming. But it's a wonderful thing, and it's not as bad as you think, right? But emotionally, sometimes it gets the better part of you. So let's say you make a decision, and what happens at 2 a.m? You wake up and you say, oh my God, what did I just do? And then you're like freaking out. Like, did I make a decision, a bad decision? What if I don't like the neighbors? What if the roof leaks? What if I can't afford this? What if I can't go out and get a pizza once in a while? So you freak out. And that's called the emotional component of it. So as a result of that, that's probably what drove me to create this 15-step program. Okay. So step 1 would be when you're thinking about getting into the arena, and John, you're probably about there anyhow. And so you're in the early stages of understanding, okay, when you're 25 to say, 75, you usually only do this 2 or 3 times. So it's not like, you do this all the time. So you really don't even know where to start other than go to the internet or talk to a local agent or maybe hear the horror stories from some of your past friends or loved ones. So step 1 would be buyer consultation. So what that means is you would meet with your agent. You could do Zoom, over the phone, conference call, face-to-face. And so that would be, so you can have a conversation so the agent understands what your wants and your needs are. I mean, I want everything, but guess what? I may not be able to get everything. So you have to know realistically, based on your price range, your comfort zone, and where maybe the school district's important, maybe parks are important, bedrooms are important. So there's certain kind of like a meeting of the minds where we try to figure out what it is that you really want and need. That's number 1. Number 2, once you decide that, you say, okay, well, I guess, do I pay cash? Do I sell my house? Do I borrow money? Do I, how does this happen? What are my plans? I don't have a lot of cash. Maybe I have a lot of cash. So there's a lot of programs. So your agent, when you meet with your agent at the consultation, then you would want to go ahead and talk a little bit about, so like say, John, in your case, you're renting, you pay so much in a rent and you feel pretty comfortable or you don't. So you want to know, how does that equate into a house? And then on top of that, what about the furnace and the water heater? And if something breaks, you got to account for some of those things. And so what happens then is step 3 would be, or 2 would be, you get pre-approved. So we get you pre-approved. And then you look at what the pre-approval is. There's a ratio. So for example, if you make X amount a month, you don't want more than X amount a month going toward your housing because you need to pay for groceries and insurances and cars and things like that. Step 3, then after we do that, we say, okay, so after knowing that information, you say, you know what? I really want to go through with this. I don't want to throw my money away for rent. I want to have something to build for the family. I want to customize this house to what our needs are, my wife's needs, let her make it a home. Sometimes when you have a rental, you say, you know what, I don't really want to do much to it because it's not my property, right? So once you decide to buy, then we say, okay, well, what areas you want? What amenities do you want? Things like that. So there's a special way to find it, and I call it the gold standard. So for example, a lot of people, they go to Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, or any other site. But what they don't understand is those are usually what's called third-party aggregates. So the multiple listing service is the gold standard, right? So when you come back, I'd like to wrap up what the gold standard is, and then I'll get on to some of the others.
Dominic Fonte, my guest this morning on Spotlight on Stark County. We'll be right back with more of the real estate guru, as I'm now calling him, Dominic Fonte right after
Thank
that.
you.
There's so much texting going on. Hey, get your phone out and put our new text number in it. Anytime you want to text us, you can.
Pam Cook, Jim Michaels, J.D. DeAngelis, Jon Bozeka, Brian Novak, Kenny, and J.T.
330-583-4591.
Hello, my name's Dominic Fonte with Cutler Real Estate. I've been in the real estate business for over 32 years, and I've helped over 2,000 families buy or sell a home. To find out more, check out my reviews at dominicfonte.com. If you're wondering what your house is worth, go to domwhatsmyhouseworth.com to get a complimentary home evaluation. That's domwhatsmyhouseworth.com. Or you can reach me at 330-418-1535.
It's Small Business Month, and Dell Technologies and Windows are celebrating your unstoppable drive. Save up to 45% on powerful PCs with Windows 10 Pro to work from anywhere, plus top monitors and docks for the ultimate business setup, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right business tech, server, storage, and cloud solutions at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for Small Business Month savings.
Attention Massillon and Mount Eaton. ARE Truck Cap Manufacturing is seeking second shift production operators to be a part of their team. They offer weekly pay of $16 to $18.50 per hour, full benefits and paid holidays. Visit 4are.com/careers and apply today.
It's all about the nose. It's your air filter, the first line of defense against bacteria and viruses. If too many germs get stuck in your nose, guess what? You get sick. That's why it's so important to keep your nose clean, just like washing your hands. Nasal irrigation gets rid of germs by rinsing the nasal cavity, but neti pots are hard to use and, frankly, kind of gross. Now there's a better way to keep your nose clean and help your body protect itself. It's called Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. Millions use Navage for fast, all-natural relief from sinus congestion and allergies, and to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Navage is easy to use, affordable, and comes with an absolute guarantee of satisfaction. You wash your hands and brush your teeth every day. Now it's time to start cleaning your nose with Navage at Navage.com, CVS, Walgreens, Bed Bath, Target, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. During our Memorial Day sale, save $1,000 on the new Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, Queen, now $17.99, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Hey guys, what puts a bigger smile on your face than driving around in a clean, older four-wheel drive truck? Imagine pulling into the hardware store in that lifted 85 Chevy K20, or getting all the thumbs up driving down the road in that 76 F-250 Highboy. This is Joe Fire from Fireball Motors. We sell those trucks. We specialize in non-rusty West Coast trucks from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s that are under 10 grand. We are located on Route 422, just an eighth mile from the PA border, or online at fireballtrucks.com. And remember, Fireball means four-wheel drive.
Medicine Center pharmacies have been serving our local community for over 40 years. Our customers know they can count on our pharmacy staff, save money, and trust us. Stop by any of our Medicine Center pharmacy locations in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia, or visit us online at medshoprx.com.
If you're thinking of buying a water softener, make Verndale's Water Center your first stop. And a free reverse osmosis drinking water system is included. Take advantage of 0% financing for 1 year. For clean, clear, great tasting water, call Verndale's Water Center today.
Verndale's Water Center.
This report is sponsored by Premier Bank. Make big plans with a low interest rate home equity loan. Apply online at yourpremierbank.com. Offer of credit is subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
WHBC AM Ken, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, apparently Ohioans like a lottery, or they're interested in winning $1 million after the Vax-A-Million plan was announced last week. The vaccination rate was the highest in 3 weeks, with more than 25,000 setting appointments. Thousands registered for the drawings on the website's first day yesterday. State health officials say that new COVID-19 case numbers on Tuesday show a continued improvement. More than 5 million Ohioans have received one shot of the vaccine. That's nearly 43% of the state's population, nearly 38% of the population now fully vaccinated. Fewer than 100,000 new cases for the fourth straight day. A 21-year-old man is in critical condition in an Akron hospital after being shot in the chest on an Akron Metro bus. Police say the shooting happened yesterday during a fight with another passenger. Amtrak held a virtual roundtable with several Ohio City leaders. They say they want to create a service that would travel through Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati through a Dayton corridor. The goal is to have it created by 2035 with 3 daily round trips. Officials say, though, it still needs federal funding. More news coming up at 10 o'clock. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Sunshine and some clouds for this afternoon, a high 84. Cloudy, mild for tonight, low 60. Sunshine and some clouds for Thursday, the high 86. Tomorrow night, low 63. Sunshine and clouds on Friday, high 86. Sun and clouds on Saturday, high 84. And clouds and sun Sunday with a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 86. I'm Andy Robb for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Looking to get back into the workforce? Need an upgrade from your current position? We've got career opportunities right here in your backyard with great local employers who are looking for candidates like you. To view jobs and submit your application, click the Hire Me Ohio page at WHBC.com or text JOBS to 330-583-4591 and get the link sent right to your phone.
Progressive Jeep Ram will triple your down payment. 100 gets you 300. 500 triples to 1,500. $1,000 becomes $3,000. Progressive Jeep Ram will triple your down payment up to $3,000. Getting triple your down payment could help you get approved when you buy any factory certified used vehicle in stock. Only at Progressive Jeep Ram in Massillon. Offer applies to GM, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram factory certified used vehicles only. Discount up to $3,000. Does not apply to prior transactions and cannot be combined with any other advertised offers. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost. See dealer for details. Ends May 31st, 2021. Need to get approved for a nice in-stock factory certified used vehicle? Got cash for a down payment, but wish you had more? Progressive will triple your down payment to help you get approved. And now with the ultimate collection of SUVs and Ram trucks, there's no better time to shop. And there's no better place than Progressive Jeep Ram on Hills and Dales Road in Massillon.
I'm Pam Cook for Primetime Health Plan. As your local Medicare Advantage plan, Primetime Health Plan has a team of clinical staff, including physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more. This team works with your physicians and pharmacists to provide you with comprehensive, coordinated care. If you want to find out more, visit pthp.com to learn about your local Medicare Advantage. That's pthp.com.
Hello, my name's Dominic Fonte with Cutler Real Estate. I've been in the real estate business for over 32 years, and I've helped over 2,000 families buy or sell a home. To find out more, check out my reviews at dominicfonte.com. If you're wondering what your house is worth, go to domwhatsmyhouseworth.com to get a complimentary home evaluation. That's domwhatsmyhouseworth.com. Or you can reach me at 330-418-1535.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Spotlight on Stark County returns in here, talking today to Dominic Fonte from Cutler Real Estate. Also, DominicFonte.com. Jon Bokeak along with you. And we're talking, as I mentioned before, the real estate guru. I'd call him the Michael Jordan of real estate agents. I would. I mean, think about it. Dude has over 300 5-star reviews, 2,300 families helped, 33rd year in the business. I mean, you are the Michael Jordan of this, Dom. You really are. I'm not just saying that.
Thanks, I appreciate it. It's a lot of hard work, I'll say. It looks easier than it really is, but it's not. Hey, but listen, I think the important thing is that you don't do this every day. So when you do take a chance, you want to be an informed decision maker because you want to be a happy decision maker. So you want to make sure you get dialed into the right educated person with the heart of a teacher, which is me. And I'd be more than happy to work with you, talk with you, and guide you in the direction you need to go to make a smart decision. Because like I said, this is hard because it's not only expensive, it's emotional. So where we left off, John, we were talking about the gold standard. So like when you're out there, what the buyers are frustrated by now is the house goes on the market, it's gone in a day. And it's like they're frustrated because they're trying to catch it quick enough so they have a fair shot at it, right? And so they'll go out on their own and look at Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, and the other what's called third-party sites. But the gold standard is the multiple listing service, or MLS for short. So that means that whenever a house goes into the real estate market, goes for sale with a real estate agent, which is the majority of all the homes, it goes into the gold standard of the MLS. Now, the agent could set you up so you have access to that, so that the minute it hits the market, you can see it immediately. Because see, the quicker you can move, the quicker you have an opportunity to secure it. The other thing is that I just rolled out my own app, Cutler, and we put together this app that's tied to the multiple listing service. So you can do it, since 50% of the people are on their smartphones anyhow, you might as well download the app. So you can go to Dominic's YouTube channel, right? And just use a QR code, scan it, download the app, and you could actually circle the area you like, search by school district or amenities. It's really nice. So I would recommend that. So that's a really nice feature. It's free, it's easy. It's the most up-to-date search you can find. And so that's number one, is know how to find it quickly.
Well, and Dominic, I'd have to imagine that making this easy is really step number one for what you want to do, right? You don't want to.
Well, that's the goal. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
but it's stressful because it's not like I said, buying a shirt. You buy shirts all the time, or not all the time, but when you do, buying a house, that's emotional. You got more than probably yourself to worry about. Maybe your wife, maybe your children. Maybe your father or your mother's living with you. They need one floor living. I mean, everybody has a unique story. And so that's why the consultation is important, to make sure that your guide knows exactly what's important to you. But let me just get to the next thing. So once you figure out your home search, right? Okay, and how to find it. Okay, so now you're ready. Guns a-blazing. We're ready to go, pre-approved. We understand emotions. We understand finances. So now you find the house and you're ready now to structure an offer. So your agent has to give you guidance, but at the end of the day, it's your call, right? So when you see a house, I mean, in the old days, it used to be like, and that'd be like a year ago, you'd say like, well, I wonder what they'll take for the house. Well, now it's like, I wonder how much over they'll take for the house. So it's just a whole weird dynamic right now. And so once you get that offer structured to try to have them pick you over the competition, then I have my buyer specialist, happens to be Zev Braun, and we go through what's called the pluses and minuses of the decision. Because guess what? When you make up your mind to move at lightning speed to buy the most expensive thing you're going to ever buy, and you're making this decision within like a lightning bolt flash, right? And again, this isn't a belt, and sometimes I don't like my belt. I'm going to take it back. I got to think about it, whatever. So the point is that when you're buying a house, you got to know, why are you buying the house? The pluses. So the minuses, if they outweigh the pluses, then I can tell you right now, you better not make the decision. But if the pluses outweigh the minuses, even though you're going quickly, John, that then will keep you stable at 2 a.m. when you're ready to open a bottle of wine because you're stressed out about your decision. You want to know that you're not going to Vegas and gambling away all your money and being foolish because you're moving so quickly. So the pluses, if they outweigh the minuses based on your decision, right before you write that offer, you hold on to this and you take it home so that when you make that decision, and if you're successful to get that bid, I promise you, there's a good chance you're going to have a second guess. You're going to second guess your decision, and you're going to pull this paper out And you're going to say, you know what? I'm not crazy. The pluses outweigh the minuses. It makes sense. Yes, it's uncomfortable because I got to do this super fast. And it isn't like buying, like a pair of shoes. I got to buy a house. And you won't even remember some things, but you do know that you're making a logical decision. So, it's just helps keep your emotions in check.
See, Dominic, when I buy a belt, I take a plus minus thing with me at the door because I like to know that I'm making the right decision. I mean, it's an investment for my pants. It's
That's right.
No, but
and if it's leather, it's a huge investment.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. But I was going to say, I mean, really what it comes down to, and it's what you were hitting on, is that when you're buying a home, and it's what Allie and I are thinking about right now, which is that we're not buying the home just for us. We're buying it for future kids. We're buying it for future pets. We're buying it for future memories that we want to build for ourselves in our life. So when you buy a home, it is arguably the biggest investment you'll ever make because it's going to create all of your key memories over the course of however long you live there, which is why there's so much emotion.
That's right. And so then if you say you look at Allie and then you look at Jon, and Jon thinks this way, Allie thinks this way.
Yep.
And we got to merge this together in a unbelievable market. I mean, I'm just saying, you might say I need some medication here. But the point is that I try to put these systems in place so that as you go through the process, and I know you're going to have these little, roller coaster rides without protection, right? Hold on tight so you'll get thrown out because it's scary sometimes. And so that's why I think we put these things together to really make you feel confident and relaxed and smooth during the process, because I got to promise you, it is scary for people that aren't guided properly. It's like being in the dark without headlights on your car. It's kind of scary. You're not really sure 200 feet what's in front of you. But I would just say one thing. You want a guide that is your GPS to the process with the heart of a teacher. Thank you.
Dominic Fonte, the Michael Jordan of real estate. We'll take our break. Come right back after this and wrap up the Spotlight at Stark County.
Hey, get your phone out and put our text number in it, 330-583-4591.
Premier Bank's checking accounts are here to help with your everyday, like saving money with our no minimum balance, no monthly fees accounts, or banking on the go with People Pay, mobile deposits, and 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs. Or when you just need an extra hand, like freezing your lost debit card. If it seems like we designed these checking accounts for your everyday, well, it's because we did. Open a checking account online at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
You're still running your business on QuickBooks? QuickBooks? More like quicksand. The bigger your company grows, the faster you sync with outdated software that just can't keep up. You don't have time to spend dealing with manual processes, multiple systems, delays, and scrambling to get the numbers you need. It's time to get on solid ground. NetSuite by Oracle, the scalable solution to run all of your key back office operations, no matter how big your company grows. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, inventory, HR, e-commerce, and more. Everything you need to grow all in one place. NetSuite helps you automate your key business processes and close your books in a fraction of the time. Think days, not weeks. In fact, 93% of surveyed organizations increased their visibility and control over their business since making the switch from QuickBooks to NetSuite. Right now, NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind financing program only for those ready to graduate from QuickBooks. Head to netsuite.com/radar. That's special financing for you graduates at netsuite.com/radar.
It isn't easy these days to meet face-to-face, but at Ohio Means Job Centers, we're eager to assist you virtually or in person.
What works for you works for us. We're offering on-site services at our Stark County office by appointment only Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 3 and Tuesdays only 10 to 3 at our Tuscarawas County office. Stay connected to our resources virtually through telephone and email Monday through Friday 9 to 4:30. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Remember, Ohio Means Job Centers give you the tools you need to get the job you want and the employees you need.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. During our Memorial Day sale, save $1,000 on the new Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, Queen, now $17.99, only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Hello, my name's Dominic Fonte with Cutler Real Estate. I've been in the real estate business for over 32 years, and I've helped over 2,000 families buy or sell a home. To find out more, check out my reviews at dominicfonte.com. If you're wondering what your house is worth, go to domwhatsmyhouseworth.com to get a complimentary home evaluation. That's domwhatsmyhouseworth.com. Or you can reach me at 330-418-1535.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
Final segment of Spotlight on Stark County this morning. Jon Bokeak along with you. Dominic Fonte, Cutler Real Estate, is our Spotlight today. And as I've said before, if there was a sports analogy, he'd be the Michael Jordan of real estate. If there was an arts analogy, he'd be the Pablo Picasso of real estate. If there was an opera one, he'd be the Luciano Pavarotti of real estate. He's the best there is, and we're so happy to have him this morning and be able to talk to him. And we have one more segment here, Dominic, which I know there's a couple more things that you wanted to get to this morning, just to make this an easier situation right now, because as we talked about in the outset of the show, buying a home right now is not like it's ever been before. There's a lot of uncertainty. The market is kind of weird. And I think a lot of people are left asking, well, should I do it? Should I not do it? Why should I do it? Why should I feel comfortable? There's a lot of questions being asked right now.
Yeah, so I would say, as a salesperson, you're going to say, well, of course you want me to buy a house because that's how you get paid. That's true. But like I said, I use the heart of a teacher, and why I've been so successful is because whatever the customer's needs are, I try to assess it and give them good information, and then it's their call if they decide to move forward or not. Now, if you look at what's happening economically, it's not only the resale market, which is buying an existing home, also the new construction. There's a lot of new construction, but we're not keeping up pace for the demand right now. And then you have about 170% increase in lumber costs. So there's a little unique dynamic going on. But the question would be, if I am going to be in the arena to buy, sell, or build, should I do it? Well, my question to you would be are you going to look at the long view? And the long view, John, would be at 3%. And I know you wouldn't remember this, but trust me, we had 18%, 16%, actually 23%, 8%, 6%, 5%, 3%. So when you're looking at long-term stability, even if you're paying $20,000 more today, when you look at the long view, you're going to be more economically fit in the long run. So some of the things are like maybe lumber, you're going to see those commodities go up and down. Real estate has always been on a steady trajectory, at least 4%, 3 to 4% a year. Now, right now it's up to about 10%, and in different pockets more or less. But I would say if you're looking at the long view, it's still good to buy. If you're looking at the short view, for example, you're going to relocate and you just are in transition, I would say rent. It's going to be a better, decision for you on the short side. But if you're looking long-term, you're still better off buying down the road. Now, something I put together, and this is one of the questions. Let's say you buy grandma's house and, you're looking at the decor, the wallpaper, the light fixtures, countertops, and so forth. So I put a book together. This is just, if you want to zoom in on this. So this is basically, if you look at before and after, even like if you paint the cabinets, I know it's hard to see, but it gives you an idea. So this booklet I put together gives you all the colors, how to envision very inexpensively how to modify a home. So when you're looking at the home, I always say you look at the sizzle, which is the facade, and then the steak or the bones, the good solidness of the house. So like if you take a house that needs work, don't be afraid of that. That will give you an opportunity. So I put the book together to help people with vision. And the other tip is that there are a lot of changes. And the market, I would say over the course of time, like every 3 months, the market would shift, you know, it'd shift this way or that way. So you always have to keep an eye on it. Well, now it's like a weekly adjustment because it's moving so quickly that today it may be different next week. So your guide needs to keep you informed depending on what side of the transaction you're on. So I have the things to consider. It's a 30-page book, you know, of relevant facts, tips to help you be an informed buyer. Now, on the flip side of buying or selling, you know, you're saying to yourself, well, you know, if I do sell, what do I do? Well, some cases you already have a plan B. The plan B might be you have an interim place to stay so you can maximize the market right now on the selling side and then just ease into the purchase or build or something like that. So you should have a consultation with your agent or me, and we'll be more than happy to give you some good factual information so that as you think about your next steps, like for me, I'm in the fourth quarter, so I'm trying to be very careful about economics. I'm trying to be careful about, you know, what is the right direction. You know, you don't want to buy more than you need, but you want to buy up a little bit because you'll grow right into that. And John, like we said before, a house is more than just a financial thing. I mean, this is a place where you can customize it to your taste, your family's taste. It's a forced savings plan in the sense that as you pay down that mortgage, guess what? Equity goes up over time. You have a forced savings plan. It's an asset. And then down the road, when you get to be my age, you know, then you have this asset hopefully paid for, and you can do other things versus maybe if you're not going to rent, you know, you don't want to rent for 30 years, but you know, there's sometimes we're in transition. We have to use rentals for a few years and then we jump into the game. But I would say the bottom line is to be informed decision maker. You want to work with somebody that has the knowledge, experience, and the heart of a teacher so that you're an informed decision maker. Because again, if you're not informed, trust me, you're not going to be a happy camper. And so you want to make sure that you only do this a couple times. You don't want to get it wrong.
Dominic, where can they go to find all this information, to learn more from you? How can they reach out to you if they have questions this morning?
Well, I mean, I put together some very good videos on what the market is doing. Because like I have a lot of people come up to me and they'll watch these videos and they'll say, Dom, it was so good because it's statistical and it's trying to help me understand what's really going on. So I took all this data and crammed it down into a 10-minute presentation. And you can go to my Facebook, real estate Facebook page, or my YouTube page, or of course, send me an email at dominic@dominicfonte.com. And I can send you links to any of this stuff. So yeah, if you click on videos, John, let me see where you're at there. Scroll to the top. Okay, so right, the third one, you see where it says how to be an informed decision maker? Right there. So if you play that video, that's one I just did recently. And now the one where it says the spring market starts now, you see that video to the left where the QR code is? Top left, right there, go left. Yeah, now have people look at that. That would be how you set yourself up with the most up-to-date searching mechanism. And so you want to go to those and watch some of those videos because I promise you, you'll be enlightened. I mean, yes, I'm a real estate salesperson, right? So, but in the long run, how I've done this successfully for 33 years is I always put my customers' needs first, not mine. So no matter how bad I need to help a person buy or sell, if it's not right for them, it's not right for them. So I would say that's the most important takeaway here is get informed, work with a good person. It would be like a good GPS in the dark. You know, you want to have someone that has the heart of a teacher, informed decision maker. And if you have more questions, you go to dominicfonte.com or call me at 330-418-5600. 1535, or send me an email, Dominic@DominicFonte.com.
Dominic, we appreciate the time as always on Spotlight on Stark County. Dominic Fonte, Cutler Real Estate, the real estate guru, the Michael Jordan of real estate here in Stark County. Thanks for the show this morning, Dominic. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Sourcebook is here. Go to WHBC.com for a list of pickup locations. Look for the $1,000 Visa card contest entry form, the 2021 Sourcebook. Pick one up today.
Hello, my name's Dominic Fonte with Cutler Real Estate. I've been in the real estate business for over 32 years, and I've helped over 2,000 families buy or sell a home. To find out more, check out my reviews at DominicFonte.com. If you're wondering what your house is worth, go to domwhatsmyhouseworth.com to get a complimentary home evaluation. That's domwhatsmyhouseworth.com. Or you can reach me at 330-418-1535.